morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Lilac Boots, and I'm here with my ever so fabulous co-host Frank. Grouch, how you doing, Frank?
Hey, Boots.
It's been a really long time since we've done one of these. I think we last episode we had was in the beginning of the year when it was still cold, and it just got cold again. And I'm currently suffering because certain people that I rely on won't fix my heater, but it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. But anyway, let's just get into the general news. So first, I actually want to deviate a little bit from our normal gaming news and talk about how, basically fans of, or rather fandoms of certain shows and books and so on and so forth are really out of pocket. I mean, you guys seriously need to calm down. It is never that serious. I don't understand why people think it's okay to attack actors or actresses that are just playing a role. It is not them. It is the character is not real. Okay, you will never see them outside anywhere. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the reason I brought that up is because of two incidences that happened in like the past few months that like really irked me. So first, here's the thing. All right, I watch Game of Thrones. A lot of people watch Game of Thrones. I also watched House of the Dragon, which is the prequel that just um not just came out last year, but the new season came out in June, I think, or July. It was sometime during the summer. Point is that there's a character on the show that irks the shit out of everybody, or at least every woman that watches the show, probably most likely. Because basically the character is a bitch ass nigga, which, whatever. But the point is that y'all decided to go on this man's Instagram and just curse him the hell out. And I'm like, he's just playing a role. He has nothing to do with what his character actually did. Like, I don't understand why people feel like it's okay to just to just attack the person, and it's like the person that they're playing is not real. Dragons aren't real. Okay, all that medieval shit is just high fantasy shit. Is not real. It's not.
Dragons are real.
No, they're not. No, they're not, Frank.
Yes, they are. Let me tell you why. Dragons
Go
are
ahead.
real. So what is the concept of a dragon in fantasy life? They hoard shit, right? They hoard wealth and riches, and they just hold it all for themselves, and they're greedy, and they let the villagers die when they can protect them, right?
Depending on the story, yeah, variations.
Right.
Hmm.
So you know what that is? It's a billionaire. They hoard the money. They have all the stuff that can help the villagers, which is us regular folk, but they just don't. They let us die. Dragons are absolutely real. It's just they're. It's just you like reading boots. Dragons are a metaphor. That's all it is.
I mean, I guess, but
Yeah.
the person. Here's the thing, though. See, in those specific cases, dragons are sentient enough to say that fuck you, you're not getting any of this gold. In House of the Dragon specifically, they're used by a specific family, and only a specific family are able
And
to ride
rights,
them.
right?
Right.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's like it's not really that. And the person I'm talking about literally has nothing to do with any of the dragons. So it's like, why are you cursing this? It's just like the person I'm talking about is just an asshole. Like, is literally just an asshole. And it's like, I get being mad at them because the person well, basically what it is this person, they thought that a certain princess was going to give up their entire kingdom for them just because he got laid one night, and thought that, hey, we should run off together. Why the hell would I do that? So then after he gets rejected, he turns into like the biggest fucking high medieval incel you could ever imagine. And it's like, I get it. I 100% get it. If I was on the show, I would slap the shit out of him. I'm 100% with people on that. However, the actor that plays him has nothing to do with any of that, okay? The man's is just trying to act, okay? Shit, you should be praising him, because if he's that much of an asshole, that means he's just a great actor. Just a great actor.
You know these people are delusional out here, Boots. They don't. They can't discern between fantasy and reality, and it's bad.
It's so bad. Oh my God. And the
These
reason.
are also
Oh, go
these are
ahead.
also the same people that believe that if a certain amount of times, they're going to be their best friend. So what are you
Like
going to do?
everybody that asked Beyonce on her birthday.
Beyonce don't even check her own Twitter.
She probably don't. Well, Instagram. It'd be Instagram where they be doing that. Yeah, so
Like, I don't even think Beyonce looks at her own cell phone at this point.
probably not. Yeah, I wouldn't. But yeah, so the reason why I brought that incident up is because they decided to do it again, and this one was a little bit more personal because there's another show called The Acolyte where the main character or the main protagonist and antagonist, the protagonist is a black woman and the main antagonist is an Asian man. Now, it starts off that way, but then like towards the end of the season, it's more complicated than it seems. But the point, I don't want to spoil anything, but the point is that how can I explain this? Okay, so Disney tried to come up with an excuse saying that they went over budget with this particular show and that's why they canceled it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, first of all, I'm really not trying to hear that because y'all wasted a whole prequel on Obi-Wan and there were a lot of people who hated that show. And then you guys are making another Star Wars show. I forgot the name. I think it's called Skeleton Crew. Like that's about to come out in like a couple of months, I think. And what they didn't seem to acknowledge or even bother to like even mention was like how all these assholes when the show came out, just because a black woman was starring on the show, they all went to like IMDb and like spam like negative reviewed the show. And it's like what, like y'all have anything better to do? And to be 100% totally fair, when it got to episode 3, it did slow down like a lot. And I did get annoyed and I actually was gonna stop watching the show because I thought it was gonna go into like the stereotypical type of like story. And I was like, oh, if they do this, then yeah, I'm definitely not gonna continue watching the show. So I get if you thinking that like it was gonna be bad based off that episode, but if you keep going, it turns into like one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And it's
Right.
like, bruh, it's there's a lot of shows that don't get um their footing right away. And I just don't think it's fair that a lot of shows get canceled after just one season when really it was the best like 1 out of 10 I would give the show like a 7.5. I don't think 7.5s should get canceled after the first season because they're only just trying to find their footing and stuff. Okay. And on top of that, I also don't like that everyone spam reviewed because Amanda Stanberg was the protagonist of the show. And it really pissed me off because it was like the stunt work was great, the lightsaber fighting was some of the best lightsaber fighting I've ever seen on any Star Wars anything. And it's like nobody bothered to give it a chance because people want to be racist, stupid people and just do what they did. It's like the same thing that happened with The Last of Us. Like remember when The Last of Us Part 2 came out and the girl that played Abby, I didn't know she was trans because I just thought she was like someone I like to work out, and I didn't know she was trans because I didn't play the game. I only watch Bread play, and then people were like they spam reviewed that game too just because she was trans. I'm like, what is wrong with everybody? Like they just see somebody that looks nothing like them and all of a sudden, oh, this is bullshit. Like what?
The fucking the loud minority is what I'm calling them because a majority of people don't really think that way. Most of it is just a bunch of the same circle jerk basement dwelling assholes who just don't like change and are scared and have been brainwashed into believing the bullshit Andrew Tate nonsense that's spewed out, the alpha male fuckery and all that nonsense. And it's annoying because they're the loudest people in the room, and you like it, while you don't want to listen to them because they're loud and annoying. You're stuck because you can't really turn them off, so to speak, because the room that they're speaking in is like a big forum area of the internet. And like, yes, I understand that they talk a lot, and most of the shit they say is nonsense. Like most all of the shit is nonsense. But it's just weird that like everybody focuses on them. If the people who make the shows like Netflix, Disney Plus, and the people who make the video games uh all the developers, so just stop listening to the loud dummies who are just like, I don't like it when there's a girl. If they just stop listening to them,
Mhm.
we'd totally be fine. Like, and so one of my biggest examples, and I'm surprised you haven't heard about this, but like there's this consultation firm, and I'm assuming that everybody who listens to the Scroll podcast knows what a consultation firm is because I know you don't market this to like Neanderthals, but like for those who don't know, consultation firm is basically somebody that's brought in a story creation process to help boost up the story a little bit, or like if some shit is like if you if I'm writing a story or whatever and I have a character and I need some help like figuring out where to go, I hit this consultation firm up and be like, hey, help guide me on where to do with this, right? So there's this firm and their name is Sweet Baby Inc. and it's just basically a couple people of underrepresented um, social standing. It's a scattered ass a group of them, so it's like it's not just like a bunch of black people. No, it's like
Mhm.
people of color, people of different uh, um, sexual orientations. It's kind of like working together to consult people on their stories in video games. And what happens is certain companies will be like, hey, we have a story and we're working on it. Can you come give us a hand? One way or the other. Bing bang boom. So number one, this is totally a hired thing. So like, if Sweet Baby was like, no, if the developer was like, no, we don't want this, they could be like, no, Sweet Baby, we decided to not take your direction. First of
Right.
all, so like, this is not. They don't. Number two, they don't have any like supreme like input over the final decision and stuff. They don't come in and make the changes. They come in and suggest things like, hey, maybe instead of having your black character have to, I don't know, go to the store for flour and seasoning salt, maybe have them pick up a newspaper and some socks or something. Like little stupid shit like that. Like fix the story so it's not dumb. And it's
Mhm.
and people online, the loud minority, the people we were just talking about, have decided to have this rallying cry against Sweet Baby Inc. as a consultation firm. PC Gamer had a nice little write up about it and how Sweet Baby is just literally just consulting on how to boost up the story to make it more round as opposed to more linear. And essentially, if and like what ended up happening was the name Sweet Baby had leaked out into this like incellus mass of annoying people who just want to complain about shit. And suddenly there was this whole like Sweet Baby detected group that just popped up on Steam and Discord, and it was basically like, oh, all the games that have Sweet Baby Inc. That have been consulted by Sweet Baby Inc. are here. We don't want to support them. And
Wow.
like the only game, there's one game that like failed, air quote, that
Mhm.
was involved with Sweet Baby, and it's the Suicide Squad game. But the Suicide Squad game failed not because of Sweet Baby, but because they decided to make a looter shooter with Suicide Squad characters in the Rocksteady universe when they could have just made a Rocksteady game that was basically the Suicide Squad but Batman style. Why are you putting the SMG in the hands of King Shark? King
Right.
Shark is a shark. He should be smacking people with his fin. What are you doing? Like it's just stupid. The game itself was stupid. It had nothing to
Mhm.
do with Sweet Baby's consultation.
Okay.
So yeah, ultimately, I say all that to say the people who are complaining about things like black people in high fantasy, like complaining about black people in high fantasy shows,
Mhm.
and people who are complaining about diversity in gaming and transgender representation and shit like that, are all a bunch of dummies and need to shut the hell up. And we as a society need to just stop, like, go back to ignoring them. Yes, freedom of speech. Everybody has a voice, but one, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence. And two, just because you say something doesn't mean we have to actually listen to you talk.
Yes.
End of discussion. Like I'm saying this as someone who has often said a lot of things that people should not listen to. Not on the side of like how bad they are, but I just say dumb shit sometimes. Like I do it because I talk a lot, and ultimately I know that sometimes you should just not listen to me because I say things like "Don't listen to me." But I'm also not out here screaming stupid opinions at the top of my lungs. Like I'll say something like, "I think you should do. I think for breakfast you can eat whatever you want, and you shouldn't have a dinner to a certain time of day to eat whatever kind of food. And like I mean, sometimes it's a controversial opinion because who wants a heavy ass lasagna for breakfast?
Mhm.
But if I work a night shift and I get off at 6 a.m.,
Mhm.
your breakfast and my breakfast aren't going to be the same thing. If I get off at 6 a.m., you're going to get a fucking egg and cheese sandwich,
Mhm.
and I'm going to get lasagna. But technically, if I get the noodles, cheese, and meat, you get the same thing I got, but you got bread, cheese, and meat with eggs. So like, what's the problem here? I don't know. That's weird. But don't listen to me. Like I said, don't listen to me on that part. But the part about the sweet baby stuff, listen
Yeah,
to me.
that's just another example of just people just being ignorant and stuff. But it just I feel like with that it also ties into just all these streaming services just not giving their shows a chance. Like not everything is gonna be like a powerhouse hit out the gate like Stranger Things was. Like that first season was perfect. Like if they had let Stranger Things stay as a mini series, you could never talk about that show. If it was just literally just the first season, it would have been great. But also, people get greedy and they got to expand on it, and then things in season 2 and 3 kind of ruined the show, especially 4, and you know, so just I
Then they
understand.
had like a really brief moment of redemption with Eddie's guitar solo in the
Yeah,
underside.
yeah,
That was really cool.
yeah. So it's like right. So they brought yeah. So with 4, they brought two characters back to try to make it back to the way it was and stuff. But I also understand. I understand like keeping stuff you know you want to expand on things, but I also understand dragging things until, you're doing too much. But, I get it. But it's like with things like Star Wars, it's like I feel like you have no choice but to make more than one season. There's no way that you can wrap up certain things, especially if you're introducing brand new characters. There's no way that you'd be able to wrap that up in one season. And also Rings of Power, they got a chance to make more than one season. There's people talking about season 2 right now saying season 2 Rings of Power is way better than season 1. And I'm glad, because to be perfectly honest, I really didn't care for season 1 of Rings of Power. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really did not really care for it, okay? So I'm glad that everybody's enjoying Rings of Power. I just wish that other shows got, the same chance. And also Netflix, you can shut the fuck up, because you had your CEOs literally quoted that they don't cancel shows, and then just 2 days ago you canceled another show that people like. So I don't want to hear shit from Netflix. So, alright.
Netflix don't know what they want, man.
I had enough of them. Also, just also going back to that, y'all are really hurting yourselves, like the streaming services, by doing that shit. Because now it's like, all right, so why should I bother getting invested in a show if I know it's only gonna last a couple of weeks?
Right.
Like, why should I even bother? Like, I'm not even, whatever. Unless it's a show where one you announce it's a limited series, so you already know that it's gonna end anyway. Or if it's about a character that everyone's like mainly already that the general public is already knows and is invested in, then I would get it. So like the Penguin show that's on right now, that show is amazing. But I only decided to watch it because obviously everybody knows the Penguin and the Colin Farrell did such a great job in the Batman movie that yeah, you damn right he got his own TV show. So yeah, I'm watching the fuck out of the Penguin because that show was great. And I think they said that that show was a limited series. But even if it wasn't, I was gonna watch it anyway because everybody knows the Penguin. This is not some made up character that nobody knows about and whatever the hell. So yeah. Anyway. Um. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to bring up how people are being out of pocket these past couple of weeks. I just had to get that out.
That's
Um.
fine.
So next, I wanted to talk about another actor who I really don't understand why he came out of his mouth and said this, which I mean he's maybe 50% correct, but he can't say this because it's just coming from him. So the actor I'm talking about, his name is Brian Cox. He's older, he's like 76 or whatever. And he was recently quoted in the Hollywood Reporter as basically saying like Marvel and DC like ruined movies, basically. That's like the
He
generalization.
pulled a Scorsese.
What'd you say?
He pulled a Scorsese and all them other old Hollywood dummies be saying,
Yes, yes,
these movies aren't cinema. They're
yes.
just roller coasters. This is an amusement park.
Yeah.
Your old gray whiskered ass the fuck up.
Here's the
You
thing.
just
Oh,
mad
go ahead.
because Disney and Marvel ain't coming knocking on your door to give you an easy check. Shut, shut, fuck, shut up, shut up, sit down and take your fucking stuffy shirt, fucking classical fucking British rolls, and kiss ass. Don't nobody want to see you in a fucking Hollywood action movie. We're having fun over here. I don't care what he has to say about anything because everybody knows the Marvel movies are just fun. They are
Mhm.
exactly what a movie needs to be. You come in,
Well,
you
not
sit
lately.
down, you get popcorn, you got an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes of just comic book fuckery. Hopefully it's a good movie and they didn't underwrite the plot. But you're gonna get three things. You're gonna get comedy, you're gonna get action, and you're gonna get good guys versus bad guys. That's
Mhm.
all you fucking need when you go see a Marvel movie.
Mhm.
Stop looking for shit that's not there. Geez, sometimes you get a really good story and a good espionage plot, like Winter Soldier.
Mhm.
But most
Yep.
of the time, Hulk gonna punch something and everybody gonna cheer. That's it. That's all we're here for. Like, what do you want, bro? It is a comic book movie come to life. If you
Mhm.
didn't read comic books, don't go see Marvel movies. That's it.
Yep.
You have solved your own fucking problem,
Yep.
dork. Jeez,
Here's my thing though.
god damn it.
See, here's my thing about him specifically though. See, the Martin Scorsese and what's his name had a problem with it too. Christopher Nolan. Actually, no, Christopher Nolan's not part of this conversation.
No one couldn't have a problem with it because he makes comic book movies.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna bring up about Brian Cox. Martin Scorsese, I understand him having a problem with all this because he doesn't really invest his time in none of this stuff. Brian Cox,
He's
however,
an old stuffy actor, dude. He's an old stuffy director. He's fucking 80 years old.
but
And while he does make good, he makes good epic mafia movies. Some
mhm,
of them might be a little too long.
mhm.
Cough, cough, Irishman. They're still good, but like, yo, come on, dog. You know what you make. And Godfather, man, honestly, Scorsese, you've been getting by, man, because
He didn't make that.
Godfather one,
He didn't make that.
really good,
He didn't make that.
huh?
He didn't
Well,
make
that was
that.
Coppola, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
Coppola.
Mhm.
Yeah. What did he make there? Let me look it up, because
He
let's
made
see.
I can't think of the movie, but what's his name was what the hell is his name? Jack Nicholson
He
was
did
in it.
The Departed. He did The Departed.
Yes, yes, The Departed.
Killers of Flower Moon. I'm
And
sure I
Goodfellas
know.
and
Okay.
Goodfellas. He made Goodfellas and
Yeah. So he
yeah.
has a leg to stand on because he's
Right.
got really good movies in his list. Right. Okay.
Right.
Never
So
mind. I was thinking of yeah. All right.
yeah, no, it's okay. But the reason I brought up Brian Cox is that he can't say anything because, sir, did you or did you not play General Stryker in fucking X-Men 2?
That's what that is.
Yes.
You dork.
Like
Like I said, he's mad because his movie flopped and now he can't get another role as a Holly, like as a
no,
Marvel
he
actor.
wasn't. No, here's the thing. Brian Cox has done other things, but it's like you can't talk shit about those two things when you've done nerdy shit. Like not only was he General Stryker in fucking X-Men 2, he also did voiceover work in Tekken 8. I don't remember who he voiced, but I just know he did that. He did voiceover work in fucking Manhunt, which was like controversially one of the most violent games ever. And then you say
Yeah.
you were in Pixels, that stupid ass movie with the fucking Pac-Man monster shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do that and then talk shit about stuff like this. Because his point was that television has exceeded like movies as far as quality, which is not wrong, but it's like, come on, sir. You can't just be talking shit and this is all the stuff you were involved in. Like, come on, bro. Get it together, please. Um, yeah. So as far as like that stuff, I just feel like all the stuff that I previously just mentioned, you know what I think? I just think that I believe like Earth and like this reality is like God's Zeus network, and we're just here for entertainment. That's really what I believe. Like
Yeah.
he just literally just created humans and animals and just hit play, and then just like let all the shit play out, and then this is where we are. This is where we are right now. Getting yelled at because I'm a black woman, getting yelled at because I like nerdy shit. Okay, people gotta delete their Instagrams because they get yelled at for some work that they did. Like, come on, bro. Like this, just like this is crazy.
At this point, I want to see what God has on his other TV channels because what else are you watching that we are your reality TV
You're like, bro,
fuckery? Like,
that's what
where is your
I'd love to
serious
know that.
network?
I would love to know that. I would love to know that.
Like, we gotta suffer. Like, what else are you watching that we ain't? Like, what is your sports channel? Let me go watch that. Like, what? Like, what is your other stuff? I want to see that.
Hmm. So those were like literally those were initially marketplace, but I just wanted to move on to like some small like general news stuff. So first, so if you didn't know, they announced that the original Red Dead Redemption is gonna be on PC, and I'm kind of excited because mods. Just
If
gotta
y'all
love
don't
those
get
mods.
the if y'all don't get the zombie DLC, it's a failure.
I guess, but it's like I just honestly I feel like someone's gonna do enough where you won't even need the zombie DLC. You'll just be fine with all of because usually every time they put something on PC, someone's gonna mod the fuck out of it, and you're gonna end up flying into like space or some shit because of mods. So it's like honestly, I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 8 as far as excitement for Red Dead Redemption on PC. So um. There's that, and I actually wanted to do a quick mention. So, if you play The Sims 4, or if you're into The Sims, like I am, you'll know that I want to say last week or a week and a half ago, yeah, maybe like a week and a half ago, they announced a new trailer for a new expansion pack, and it's called The Sims 4 Life and Death. And I think even if you don't like The Sims, I think you should watch that trailer. Because one,
Okay.
I will say they did a very good job as far as like trailers go. Like that was a short film. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like they did a really good job with that small trail. It's really quick. It's maybe 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes or something like that. But or some it's short. But the point is, what made it so great was not only the characters that they put in and showing you the features for the expansion pack, but the background music that they chose for that trailer, I had to look up what the actual like song was because that song sounded so good. It was giving like David Bowie, um, Florence and the Machine and like type of vibes. Like that's what I was getting from that song. So I had to look it up. And the name of the song is called Nothing Matters by the Last Dinner Party. Last Dinner Party is a new rock band from London, England, sorry, from England. And just I can't stop listening to that song. That song is so good. Like it's just yeah, it's just if you anybody has a moment, I mean, either watch the Sims 4 Life and Death trailer or just go and listen to that song. Just whenever you have a second cuz it's that good. It's just really good. Um what else? Oh, okay. So recently, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, excuse me, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero just came out, and everybody began their ass handed to them by Great Ape Vegeta.
This is the funniest thing that I heard of since the game dropped.
Oh my God! Listen, first of all, I'm sitting here confused because I remember I put a message in the stoop, and I was just like, "Yo, what's good with the Great Ape Vegeta?" That's the beginning of the damn game. What's going on? So that's when like you and Papito was explaining it. It was like these niggas just don't know how to play video games. I was just like,
For
I
those who don't know, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is the continuation to the Tenkaichi series, the
was.
legendary Dragon Ball fighting game series that everybody grew up on PlayStation
Yes,
1, 2, and kind of 3. Um, and they brought it back like
yes.
after a little bit of a hiatus from like Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 and Fighters.
Hmm.
They brought back Sparking Zero, Tenkaichi. Everybody's like super ecstatic about it. And of course, you have a little bit of story mode, and in the story mode, you have to fight Great Ape Vegeta as the characters in the Dragon Ball from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you're
In the
following the
beginning,
show basically.
yeah, like if you've seen Dragon Ball, I remember when they first fought Vegeta, he was a big ass monkey.
Hmm.
So in the game, you have to fight Great Ape Vegeta. You can fight him however you want, but there is a specific strategy in which to beat Great Ape Vegeta. If you've ever watched the show, the strategy is Solar Flare, Kamehameha, Kamehameha, Kamehameha. Everybody decided they wanted to fight Great Ape Vegeta with their bare hands. You're not going to fight and win against Great Ape Vegeta with your bare hands. The point is to teach you how to do your Kamehameha stuff. It teaches you how to use your energy. It's the point of the exact point of that mission.
And for
You
those
got
of
you can
you
actually
and for those of you who
watch
are
it.
listening and have never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball Z, that's like you being a martial arts master, even with powers, and decided I'm about to fucking square up with King Kong. That's basically what everybody just decided to do. I mean, it's just
Yep.
ridiculous.
Like you have on your back, you have a gun that has essentially unlimited ammo that can charge up and hurt this big monster. But they decided, you know what? Fuck this gun. I'm just gonna
hmm
punch it in the face and lose
Oh my god.
every single time.
Like, it's gotten to the point where there are whole tutorials on YouTube right now on how to defeat Great Ape Vegeta. And I understand not being that much of a gamer, maybe this might be your first fighting game or whatever. But why don't you just think for a second? Just think for a second, okay? Clearly my fists are not working, so let's see what else I got that can defeat this giant gorilla, a monkey. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And it's
Oh
like, I
god.
don't know why it's not working because you haven't paid attention.
um. Okay. So. What else? So that was it for like the general news. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come right back with, the games we've recently been playing and like some other announcements later. And we're back. All right, so I just want to make a announcement. So if you enjoy video games, if you like when they get rewarded for certain things and all the hard efforts that, the developers make, you should join the Golden Joystick Awards. So this year you can go and vote for the different categories, and the categories are best storytelling, best multiplayer game, best visual design, best indie game, studio of the year, best game expansion, Best Lead Performer, Best Supporting Performer, PC Game of the Year, Best Early Access Game, Best Gaming Hardware, Best Game Trailer, and Most Wanted Game. And this year, they actually decided to add a couple more categories, which is Best Indie Game Self-Published, Still Playing Award, PC and Console, Still Playing Award, Mobile, Best Audio Design, Best Soundtrack, and Console Game of the Year. And as an incentive, if you go vote, once you register with the site, you'll get a free ebook worth up to like 18.99. And just as you have an example of what the type of ebooks that you get, it's could be like 100 retro games to play before you die, 100 PlayStation games to play before you die, the history of video games, Ultimate Fans Guide to Pokemon, and Ultimate Guide to Roblox. So yeah, if and mind you, this is their 42nd year doing this. I am not 42. So they've been doing this since literally before I was born. So if you want to support them, just go on their site. The voting is open. It's been open since let me see, last Friday. Yeah, last Friday, and voting closes Friday, November 1st. So you still have a good 2-3 weeks before it stops. So yeah, and also it's going to be in London this year. It's going to be on November 21st. So if you want to fly out and go there and go see it, then go ahead. It's on November 21st. All right. Um, Next, I wanted to bring up something people were a little bit well, I'm not even gonna say a little bit were upset about recently. So they just announced the John Stewart Green Lantern. If you're not familiar with comic books, the John Stewart Green Lantern is the first black DC superhero. If you know, I'm sure you know who Green Lantern is, but John Stewart is the black one. Um, so
There are others, but he
yeah,
was the original black one.
yes, and there's a bit of an issue with the actor that they chose to play him. So don't get me wrong, the actor's black, but he's not unambiguously black, and that's a real issue for some people. It's bringing up issues of colorism and racism and everything in between. Me personally, I understand 100% how everyone feels. I just got too excited when they first announced it because I didn't think this was gonna happen. Like, y'all don't understand. I was the one screaming outside the window when the original Green Lantern movie came out, saying, "Why the hell are they doing Hal Jordan when there's a John Stewart Green Lantern right here, and that's the Green Lantern that I grew up on?" Okay, like, so if anybody listening to this watch Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, Green Lantern was black. It was not white, okay? So I was upset when the Green Lantern movie came out. They decided to use Hal Jordan. I don't give a fuck if Hal Jordan was the first Green Lantern. That's not who the hell I know. So anyway, go ahead, Frank.
No, that's fine. I mean, I agree most of it. I don't think that there are several other people I would have cast before Aaron Pierre. Not saying that Aaron Pierre is not a good casting call, but if you're going to cast the Green Lantern movie and you look at the comic books and you look at the actual show,
Mhm.
Green Lantern is a brown, darker skinned African American man. It is a part of his character,
Mhm.
much like in now like in stuff now is part of his character even more so than it usually was before. Like they didn't bring it up a lot in the movies, but like in the show, but he definitely it was a thing. Like he definitely is black. Like he's very much a black man. And
Yes.
Aaron Pierre being cast as Green Lantern, there's the joke. There's a running joke going around that he looks like the Green Lantern from the cartoon, and like there are screenshots and stills that have John Stewart as a little bit lighter with a squarer jaw, and he does look like Aaron Pierre. It's kind of funny. He does kind of resemble the cartoon, but again, you could have cast anybody else. Like Sterling K. Brown was right there. Like
Mhm.
I
That's
know he
true.
probably nobody. I don't know if it'd be him, but I definitely would have. I definitely would have had him on my short list of people put in the contention for the role of Green Lantern John Stewart.
Yeah.
Um, there's like a bunch of other names I could go on, but I don't. It is what it is. He's been cast. Good for him. Glad he got the role. I hope they do justice of the movie or the show. I hope they do right by the character and write it an actual good show, and don't make him some sort of joke. Because again, none of the Green Lanterns were a joke except for Guy Gardner. So let's not cheapen this shit. Like you're starting off two steps behind where you should be by casting the wrong Green Lantern in a
Mhm.
sense. Um, so let's
Mhm.
see what you do with that.
And shout out to Guy Gardner because this man had the audacity. Because I just so everybody knows, I was recently reading a comic series called Deceased, and the general plot is that everyone on Earth, including some of our favorite superheroes, gets infected by a virus. So it's not like COVID, it's more like of the zombie side of things. So yeah, it's just, well, let's say it gets to the point where everybody finds out how to fix it, and even Darkseid decides to join the fray or whatever, just because he's personally insulted. And Guy Gardner made a joke, and Darkseid punched him in the face. So yeah, shout out to Guy
Yeah,
Gardner for having the audacity.
yeah, he's a dickhead.
So um, but anyway, I just wanted to do just two quick shout outs. I had the list of people still that we never shouted out from the times we were playing Call of Duty. But listen, if you
Wow.
ever played Lilac Boots or Frank Grouch in a Call of Duty match, shout out to you. Okay, just shout out to you getting your ass handed to you because you know you were whack, and that's it. Just shout out to you. Shout out to you
I'm gonna
coming
say
in the
this.
lobby.
I'm gonna say this to the listeners out there. Um, as of recording, it is October 13th, 2024. The new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 drops in a couple weeks.
Mm.
Um, I will be on there, so we
Mhm.
will be bringing back our my favorite segment. What the hell is this screen name? where when we are in lobby, and I
Mhm.
might expand it into Destiny because they are fun. We are going to take note of
Mhm.
the wild screen names that we happen to come across, or the
Mhm.
ones that make us laugh, or the ones that are just like you could do better, and
Mhm.
we're going to write them down over the week, and the top 10 of that list will go up on our
Mhm.
recording. If we go a little longer than weekly,
Mhm.
we might give you guys a top 10. Like these are we encountered like 25 names, but we whittled it down to 10 for you
Mhm.
guys.
Mhm.
But essentially, we're bringing back the name of the week, if you will.
Mhm. Shout out to
So
all of you with hilarious names.
yeah.
Um, Also want to shout out a YouTube content creator called Codename Super. Sir, I just want to thank you because these past couple of months that I've been depressed, you literally have made me cackle out loud with your Dragon Ball Z content. I'm sorry because this boy just I mean, it's not even like roasting. It's just it's not just roasting. It's just he just puts logic in like certain situations that you don't think about and it's like it's just funny. Like I can't even tell you how many times I've watched all his Dragon Ball Z content like over and over again. And it's not like long videos, it's just certain scenes. Like him making like fake Instagram posts about like Vegeta and Goku, it just has me cracking up and it's just so funny. So like an example I could give you, one of my favorite videos that he made was that there's a video called I think it's called the time Vegeta oh, when Vegeta went on his revenge tour on Namek, and I just it literally starts from when he lost against Goku, that same battle we were talking about earlier about Sparkling Zero. So he lost that battle and then hops up, like hops back in his pod and then goes, and gets healed and then dips the Namek when he finds out Frieza is trying to get the Dragon Balls there too. So it's just funny, like the way that he explains, like literally those like first like 10 minutes of like the episode and then talks about how he starts just being a menace like on Namek and it's just so funny and it's two parts. It's the first part there and the second part when he gets his get back with Zarbon. So I just if anybody has time, just please go on his channel and just please look at his stuff. It's not just that he does like the Dragon Ball Z movies. I think he said the Broly movie had the worst ending ever because it didn't make any sense. And he was just like, listen, I know like I don't watch Dragon Ball Z movies for the plot, but like come on, bro. Like, so just anybody has like time or whatever, just please check out his channel. Just it's just so funny. Um and I think, oh yeah, so that's basically as far as the shout outs that I wanted to make and stuff. But I guess I just wanted to talk about like the stuff that we've been playing lately. So, Frank, is there any games you've been playing lately or you've been having the time of your life?
I've been playing. I've picked up Alan Wake 2, and I'm close to the end of that. I've been going back and doing some collecting, make sure I get close to the end. What else have I been playing? Um, oh, I just got Lost Judgment. Last Lost Judgment. The like Yakuza spin-off detective series. Um, because it was on sale. I wanted to beat that. Um, I'm looking forward to getting the casting of Frank Stone, um, which is from the Dead by Daylight people, but also I think they're working with the people who made Until Dawn. So it's like a combination of the two style of game, but it's a story-driven horror-based game. So I'm curious about that, and I have the quarry I might start playing again since it's Halloween season. But yeah, and of course Black Ops is coming out in like a week and a half. So
Okay, great. So as far as me, so I reason I was obviously playing The Sims, which made me bring up the what we were talking about earlier, and the other thing that I've been playing is a game called oh no, sorry. I've also been playing a game called Frostpunk 2. So it's the sequel to the original Frostpunk and it's free on Game Pass also if anybody wants to try it. But it's basically like a resource management like strategy game and basically what happens is like say if like Earth got another ice age and only like the people from the city of London survived, you basically have to like help them get through like the next like great frost or whatever. And that was a great
cold in it.
oh go ahead.
It's a bit cold in it.
Yeah. And also it was a great game to play during the summer, especially since it was so hot. So that was a great game to play, just to get you like mentally in that state of like people freezing. It's just yeah, that was a great game to play during the summer.
You don't have heat from your landlord, so look at that. It's all come full circle.
Hello, like absolutely, absolutely. Okay, now I know exactly how they feel. So
See, it was getting me ready for that. That's what he wasn't. He didn't know. Secret.
so Also, I've been playing. Oh no, sorry. So Friday, the expansion. No, excuse me, another expansion for a game that I own called Kingdom Two Crowns. Friday, another expansion called Call of Olympus came out, and I just whooped its ass this morning. Um, and if you don't know that game, it's basically like it's like a side-scrolling, pixelated, like tower defense type of game. I will say it was a little frustrating at first when I first got the game because it's you can't like fight back against the monsters that come out of like the portal or whatever. Like you just gotta use your the villagers that you recruit into your base. Which I get it because it's supposed to be strategy and stuff, but I will say it was a little frustrating. But the new DLC that just came out, you are able to fight back in a manner of speaking. But I ended up liking it like a lot. I bought like the whole series, and I just the DLC that just came out Friday is the newest one, so I really enjoyed that. I will say at the end of the month, nobody can speak to me because the new Dragon Age game comes out, and
Mm.
I'll be turning off my phone and and like everything else, any other way of people being able to reach me, because my whole brain will be focused on that game. Okay, I have been waiting literally since 2016, almost 10 years for another Dragon Age game. So if you think you're gonna try to reach out to me while I'm playing that game, you got me fucked up. So yeah, that's basically it. Did you have anything else to add, Frank?
No. That's it.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much for being patient. I know it's been like a long time since we recorded, but life happens. And
Yeah.
yeah, just look for us next time we post a recording. All right, see you guys.
Bye. And don't buy any my coins from like 2K or nothing. Boycott the over expenditure of microtransactions. Yeah.
What he said.